We are binging through Eric's replenishing of his D&D collection.
That's right. I'm doing what I need to do to survive right now. And one of the things that is helping me to survive is tracking down a copy of The Ruins of UnderMountain.
Oh, I like that.
It's going for a little more than I wanted to pay. Plus, a lot of people were selling it without the box. Like, the box is part of my nostalgia. There's something about these boxes that just tickles something in me.
Well, because that's the first thing you always see. As a kid, that was what you saw, right? Like, that's like the first impression of it for you.
It was always one of my favorite sets. Never ran it. Never used anything from it. No, nothing. But I loved it. And can you guess what this might be based on looking at it?
I'm going to guess it's some sort of labyrinth or maze.
You got it exactly right. This is an epic dungeon crawl. One of the earliest and most epic dungeon crawls that came out. Now, like, giant epic dungeon crawls are relatively common. I remember at the time being like, holy crap.
What does the map look like then? It must be awesome.
It is. Would you like to see?
Yes! Oh, I see a little peek of it.
So first, I really like these. It came with these series of cards for the DM to help on stuff for like when you're setting up like random encounters and things like that. So this card is nothing but pit traps. This is a treasure tables, so you can randomly come up with what treasure players are finding. This is yet another. These are 2 more cards of nothing but various types of pit traps. First, there's the thin book, UnderMountain Adventures, and that's basically what it sounds like. It's just a couple of small, like, pre-written adventures to use inside this setting that you can run characters through. And then the thicker book, nice thicker softcover, is just the campaign guide to UnderMountain. And so this is about 130 pages, just detailing hundreds of rooms that are in this dungeon, just like what's in the room, what kind of traps or kind of monsters, the story behind the rooms. There's areas in here that are unusual, even though it's a big dungeon crawl. There's like underground forests. There's a whole like thriving port town that's in the dungeon. UnderMountain is a dungeon in Forgotten Realms that is underneath the city of Waterdeep. And Waterdeep is basically like the New York City of this realm. First discovered by and then expanded by and built by this mad mage. There's factions that live down there and like little settlements and stuff like that. So the campaign guide gives you all that, so you get a sense for like what life is down there and what's going on. Look at that map. Not 1, 2, 3, 4, and each one of them is poster size. This is 1 of 4. Look at that.
Do you pick a map to play on for a campaign? Because you can't play all 4. It's huge.
They're all connected. So you start at the top and work your way down level by level.
They're on top of each other almost?
It's level by level, and the further and further you go, the harder it gets. So you start at the top and it's like level 1, 2, 3, 4, going down, down, down. There's a second box set, The Ruins of UnderMountain 2, that is more levels. So like there's 2 different box sets plus other books that go with it. Like it's huge, absolutely enormous. There's a tavern in the city of Waterdeep called the Yawning Portal. And in the middle of this tavern is a giant hole in the ground, sort of like a well. Adventurers can pay like a gold piece or whatever. They can pay some coins to have themselves lowered down into it and get dropped into the first level of this dungeon. And then you go and you've got this whole gigantic dungeon to explore. And most of the rooms and stuff that you see in here are not outlined in the book. The book outlines like a bunch of the stuff, but a lot of this is just empty for you to fill in with your own
right,
stuff.
Which is cool though.
Yeah, it does leave a lot of room for the dungeon master to do your own thing. I have a thing for labyrinths too. I think that they're super cool. Like
yeah,
that whole idea. The whole idea of them, right? So this UnderMountain, like, I guess the set was pretty popular. It's relatively in demand on eBay and stuff. I think now, like, if people are trying to get the original set for themselves, don't bother unless you really want the poster maps, which
right.
I did.
Right.
Otherwise, go to DriveThruRPG or DMsGuild.com, and you can get officially licensed reprints and really nice softcover volumes with the maps, so they're not poster size, they're broken down onto individual pages,
right.
But with the maps and with everything, and it's like $16 or something. Not that much money, and the quality's good. Otherwise, if you're on eBay for a complete set, you're probably gonna drop like in the neighborhood of around 70, 80 bucks, probably around 80 bucks for the set. I did not pay that. I was lucky to snag one for like 40, 45.
Oh, nice.
The whole mega dungeon thing is back again. Like it fell by the wayside for a lot of years. It fell out of favor. It wasn't in style to do that old school dungeon crawl thing now. There's a whole scene around like the retro style of playing, and through like third-party stuff, there's some really cool mega dungeons that you can buy now. Look, ultimately, all that matters is if we're all together having fun.
Yeah.
That's what these games are all about.
Right.
It doesn't matter like how you do it and how shit's done and all that. Like, it's just all about getting together with friends and having a good time.
Right.
There you go. Well, I wanted to show you UnderMountain, and I did, so my job is done here. If people are enjoying it, please let us know, especially in the comments, because I need gratification. And if you're enjoying this sort of thing, hit up our Patreon at patreon.com/nerdoutwithme. It should be in the description. And even if you just toss us like $1 a month, you'll get some exclusive stuff, mostly us being idiots. And you'll also be telling us that you enjoy this kind of content, and maybe we'll do more of it.
Bye.
Bye.